you've gotten a lot of questions about Citizens United. I'm going to try to bore down a little deeper on this. First, I want to make it totally clear that a full 80% of Americans who hear about this case just think it's a bad idea. The first problem is the impact it's going to have on our communities and our ability to run those communities, because the potential for corporate influence on our elections under Citizens United is going to dwarf what it is today and may very well totally drown out individual citizens. Before Citizens United, if a corporation wanted to run an ad that said vote for Joe, it could only use money from its political action committee, or PAC. Those PACs relied on donations from employees and executives, individuals in those corporations. In the 2008 cycle, all federal PACs combined spent a total of $1.2 billion. Now, after Citizens United, if a corporation wants to run an ad that says vote for Joe, it can use all of its money. Its treasury funds, its revenues, all of its money. In the 2008 cycle, the combined gross revenue for Fortune 100 companies was $13.1 trillion. Now, obviously, they're not going to spend all that money on ads. They're going to spend their money against the consumer and environmental laws to protect our families and our homes. General Kagan, this is one of the last things that Justice Stevens said in his dissent. At bottom, the court's opinion is a rejection of the common sense of the American people, who have recognized the need to prevent corporations from undermining self-government since the founding. What do you think that means, General Kagan?
Well, Senator Franken, when I argued the case, I thought that the strongest argument of the government was the very substantial record that Congress put together, which I think reflected the sense of the American people, that these monies from these actors spent in this form could have substantial corrupting effect on the political process. And that's the argument that the government made to the court. Now, as I've indicated before, I approached this case as an advocate, not as a judge, and that there are certainly strong arguments on the other side as well. And in particular, there's the fact that political speech is the highest form of speech under the First Amendment, entitled to the greatest protection, and that the courts should be wary of Congress regulating in this area in such a way as to protect incumbents to help themselves. And I think that those are strong arguments. The argument that the government made in defense of the statute as against that was really an argument about the strength of the governmental interest involved in this case in preventing corruption from this kind of expenditure of money.